40 दिन आप घर पे ही रहो, बाहर मत निकलो। काफी न्यू मदर्स 6 मंथ्स के बाद भी प्रेग्नेंट लगती है। I was told to cover my head post delivery. Breastfeeding is a natural contraceptive. Eating rajma and chole will make my baby gassy.
There is no scientific basis.
My postpartum hair loss is crazy. मैं गंजी तो नहीं हो जाऊंगी?
So I have never seen a mom who has gone bald after delivery.
Hi everyone, I'm Tina and I had my baby 6 months ago by Dr. Anjali Kumar. And let me tell you, nothing could have prepared me for the real postpartum experience. Leaking, bleeding, hair fall, random aches, mood swings, weight gain, intimacy anxiety, and unsolicited advice from all over. Trust me, I've Googled everything at 3 a.m. So today, instead of scrolling in panic, I am sitting down with Dr. Anjali Kumar at Maitri, who knows what's going on. I will be asking questions on behalf of all the new moms who I'm sure are struggling with postpartum challenges and are too shy to ask anyone. Let's get honest today about postpartum, body, mind, and everything in between.
So hi Tina, and I'm so glad that today I'm doing this with a new mom who has faced it all. So let's get started and I'm ready for your rapid fire.
So let's begin. मैम पोस्ट डिलीवरी हम न्यू मॉम्स को कहा जाता है कि 40 दिन आप घर पे ही रहो, बाहर मत निकलो, ऐसा क्यों?
So actually 40 days का जो concept है, it's an old Ayurvedic concept. And that Ayurveda actually meant that this time is a very sacred time where the mother should be spending time with the baby, bonding time with the baby without really worrying about the household responsibilities. But somewhere over the years, we have misunderstood it according to our convenience. So Ayurveda never said that you are supposed to be just bedridden and just sitting in your bed and not moving at all. So for all the moms watching here today, please, you can move about, you can do a little bit of exercises and any kind of exercise, even started at this time, is helpful for a mom. So rest as much as is comfortable for you. And remember, movement is a key.
Also, ma'am, I was told to cover my head post delivery कि सर में हवा ना घुस जाए. Is it really true?
हाँ, I know. People ask me also कि सिर में हवा घुस जाएगी या फिर cold हो जाएगा. So please, there is no scientific basis for this. Probably in olden times, people thought, because this is a time when the immunity of a mother is little low. So exposing yourself to cold, probably you can catch infections. But in peak summers, like in Gurgaon and Delhi, if you cover yourself, it's going to make you very uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So please wear whatever is comfortable, whichever way you feel comfortable. There is no scientific reason for this.
Ma'am, you mentioned movement is the key. So when do you recommend a new mom should start with her exercise routine, whether it's a C-section delivery or a vaginal delivery?
So we recently did 2 videos on Maitri. One video is exercises after normal delivery and one video is exercises after a cesarean section. And we talk about that in first 2 weeks, what are you supposed to do? 2 to 6 weeks in a normal delivery or 2 to 10 weeks in a cesarean section, what you're supposed to do, and post 10 weeks or post 6 weeks after normal delivery, what you're supposed to do. So all of you, please watch those videos. These are done by a physiotherapist and you will get to see some very good exercises which help you to lose all the, pregnancy tummy, and you lose all the pregnancy weight. So please do them.
Sure. Also, ma'am, काफी new mothers 6 months के बाद भी pregnant लगती है. As in उनका tummy फिर भी बाहर होता है. Why is that so?
So ideally, within 3 to 4 months, a woman should be back to her original self. But you're right. In some cases, even after 6 months, a woman has almost a pot belly. Now, this typically happens because of a condition called diastasis recti. So what happens is कि हमारे यहाँ पे 2 rectus muscles होती हैं, एक right में, एक left में. Now in pregnancy जब आपका uterus बढ़ रहा होता है, तो because of that growing uterus, both the erectile muscles, they tend to separate. So there is a connective tissue layer between the two rectus muscles. This is known as linea alba. And because of growth of a big uterus, these two rectus muscles, they separate. This is more in case the baby size was big, or in case the mother never exercised earlier, or in case she was carrying twins. So in case you feel कि आपका टमी अभी भी 6 महीने के बाद भी काफी बाहर निकला हुआ है, तो please visit a gynecologist or maybe a physiotherapist who can tell you कि ये diastasis recti तो नहीं है.
In that case, I've heard a lot that postpartum belt helps shrinking this mummy pouch. Is it true?
No, not at all. Not at all. So wearing a postpartum belt or maybe a dupatta can just give you a sense of support, especially if you are having some kind of a backache or in case you've had a recent cesarean section. But wearing a postpartum belt will not make your tummy go in, will not remove the fat from your tummy, will not make your uterus shrink faster. In fact, wearing it for a very long time is actually harmful, because how do muscles gain their tone? It's because when they start working, so muscles gain their tone. But in case you're artificially supporting them all the time, the muscles now will not work. So instead of wearing a belt, what actually works is a targeted exercise schedule, having a healthy diet which is low in unnecessary refined sugars and fats. And so once in a while you may wear a belt, but scientifically no logic.
After delivery, what should I focus on eating so that I can regain my strength?
So you can eat pretty much everything. I'm again repeating, you can have everything. The only thing which I say is not to be taken post-delivery is alcohol, because alcohol directly goes to your breast milk and can go to your baby. So obviously not done. You can have rajmas, chanas, choles, everything is fine.
So ma'am, that means eating rajma and chole will make my baby gassy is a myth?
Absolutely a myth. So if you eat rajmas or chole or any kind of legumes, now these could be gassy for some people. But it doesn't mean that the gas in the mother's tummy now goes to the breast milk and goes to the baby's tummy. No, it doesn't work like that. Probably when people cook rajmas and chanas, they cook it with a lot of spices, and lots of spices can go to the breast milk. So in case you want to have rajmas and chanas, you can just cook them very simply without using too many spices. In fact, having rajmas and chanas actually is a very good source of protein, fiber, calcium. So please aap kha sakte hain. And if it makes you uncomfortable, definitely don't have it.
I am 6 months postpartum at the moment and I have not got my periods yet. Is it normal?
Yes, absolutely. So when does a woman gets her first period? It's very unique to that person. Women who breastfeed their babies a lot or exclusively will tend to get their periods much later. So whether you get your period after 3 months or 6 months or maybe up to 1 year, if you do not get your period, it's absolutely all right, provided you are sure that you are not pregnant. Remember, even if you do not get your periods, you can still get pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
And I've heard that breastfeeding is a natural contraceptive.
Yes, breastfeeding definitely offers some contraceptive benefits, but it is not a foolproof method of contraception. So if getting pregnant is okay with you, again, you may rely on breastfeeding, but if you are very sure that you don't want to get pregnant soon, you must talk to your doctor and use some definite contraceptive method. You can use barrier methods like condoms. You can get an IUD inserted. So IUD is intrauterine device. In fact, some contraceptive pills are also okay to be taken during the breastfeeding time.
At times, I also give formula milk to my baby. Does that make me a bad mom?
Not at all. Remember, you are always the perfect mom, always the best mom. Yes, of course, breast milk is the best form of nutrition for the baby. But in case, because of any reason, the mother is not able to breastfeed her baby to the fullest extent, it is okay to give formula milk to the baby, of course, with the advice of a doctor as to what kind of formula milk, what dosage. So it does not make you a bad mom, absolutely.
And moms, a fed baby is a happy baby.
Yes.
And when the baby is happy, we are happy. So don't feel bad about it. Ma'am, in that case, which is the best breast pump would you recommend?
So the best breast pump is the baby itself. The baby should be sucking out milk from the mother's breast. But in case the baby is full and the mother's breasts are also full, they are engorged, then obviously you need a breast pump. There are lots of varieties and brands which are available in the market these days. You have manual breast pumps, you have, electric breast pumps. So you can use whatever you are comfortable, whatever your pocket allows. But always remember, it is the baby who should be sucking out milk from the mother's breast.
I got my baby delivered via C-section. So will I be considered weak if I chose C-section over natural?
No, not at all. Every mother is a strong mother. It is not just a delivery. It takes a lot from a mother to have a baby, 9 months of pregnancy, postpartum. So let no one ever tell you that you were weak to choose a cesarean section over vaginal birth. Of course, there are a lot of indications for medical indications for a cesarean section. Your doctor, in case you're pregnant, will definitely advise you what mode of delivery is safe for you and your baby.
Ma'am, I've heard C-section babies are less healthier than the normal delivery or the vaginal delivery babies.
No, once again, not really like that. In case cesarean section was done for a medical condition whereby going for a vaginal delivery would have harmed either the mother or the baby, obviously cesarean section is a safer mode of delivery. Otherwise, there are certain advantages which a baby born through a vaginal route gets over a cesarean section baby. One is that the baby acquires some good bacteria while the baby is passing through the mother's vaginal canal. Second is during the vaginal birth, the baby's lungs get squeezed so that the extra water which is present inside the baby's lungs gets cleared. That is why some of the cesarean section babies have a higher chance of what is known as transient tachypnea of newborn. But then it's a very, very, simple condition with good support. It just gets resolved. So what is most important, once again, is a safe delivery. Whether it was a C-section delivery or a vaginal delivery, it should be safe delivery.
For all the pregnant mamas, will ghee or dates help them deliver vagina?
Yes, this is such a thought which is so much deep rooted in our Indian culture that I actually Googled when we were making some videos for Maitri, is there any truth in that? And the only reference, a proper medical reference, which I got was a paper. And the title of that paper was Myths Prevalent in South Asia regarding pregnancy and delivery. There they mentioned about ghee, papaya, pineapple. Other than that, I could not find anything on PubMed, Google Scholar, anyway. But anyway, what helps you with a vaginal delivery is how physically active you are. Of course, the baby size, the maternal pelvis, everything else matters. It's not such an easy decision. But it is not just the food. Regarding dates, we recently had some paper, a medical paper, which spoke about that taking dates, about 5-6 dates in the last month of pregnancy can actually help to soften the cervix. So my take on this is there is no harm in taking dates. It's a good source of fiber, calcium, iron. If it does some magic for your delivery, great. If it doesn't, at least you've got some great nutrition.
Yeah. My first baby got delivered via C-section. If I plan my second baby, can I get it delivered via vagina?
Okay, so this vaginal delivery post a cesarean section is known as vaginal birth after cesarean section, VBAC. Definitely, if you've had your first delivery by a C-section, your chances of a repeat cesarean section next pregnancy are much higher as compared to someone who's had a normal vaginal delivery earlier. So we as doctors choose which are those cases where a vaginal birth can be tried, which means if your baby is not really big, you have no other medical problems, you go into spontaneous delivery. Basically, in case we're anticipating a very easy vaginal birth, we definitely can give you a trial for vaginal delivery, but make sure that you get it done in a proper hospital with an experienced doctor with all the facilities.
Many women experience no desire of intimacy post delivery. Is it normal?
Yes, it's absolutely normal. So, first reason is because there are so many hormonal changes during pregnancy. Your estrogen, progesterone, everything was at peak. Now everything has come down, crashing down. Women face lesser libido or lesser desire to be, intimate with their partners, and also, they are too busy. They are too tired.
With the
So
baby.
make sure that you get some me time, make sure that you sleep well, make sure that you spend some quality time with your partner, and definitely intimacy would come.
In that case, what is the right time that you would recommend wherein the body is also recovered and it's safe for the mother to get intimate with their partner?
So typically 6 weeks post the delivery is the pretty good time.
Whether it's C-section or
Yes, even
vagina.
if it is a cesarean section or after a normal delivery, by 6 weeks the uterus is almost back to normal size. The lochia, which is bleeding post delivery, also usually stops after 6 weeks. It could be 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks when your bleeding has completely stopped. There is no pain in your stitches in the abdomen or in the vaginal area. So basically, whenever you feel comfortable and stable, it's okay.
Ma'am, my postpartum hair loss is crazy. मैं गंजी तो नहीं हो जाऊंगी?
So I've never seen a mom who has gone bald after delivery. So first of all, it's very, very normal. And most importantly, it is temporary. It reverses back. So why it happens is because during pregnancy, your estrogen and progesterone were 10 times higher than what in a normal person they are. So that makes your hair in pregnancy very healthy, very shiny. But post-delivery, they just come crashing down. And
Absolutely.
then, so all those hair which did not fall in pregnancy now are falling. So this gives us an apparent increase in the hair fall. But it is very, very important that you take a good diet. And in case your hair loss persists for a very long time, beyond 6 months, and you can see your parting broadening, or you can see some bald spaces there, then definitely you must visit a dermatologist. There are lots of treatments available, but please understand it is normal, it is temporary, must take good diet.
And it will come back.
It will come back for sure.
That is reassuring. Thank you so much. Wow, that was so reassuring. If you're a new mom watching this, I hope you feel a little lighter, a little more informed, and a lot more seen. Thank you so much, Dr. Anjali, for taking all these questions and answering them so beautifully. Postpartum is messy, beautiful, overwhelming, and totally normal. Thank you for making this feel less scary and more human.
My pleasure. And to all the new moms out there, you are doing much, much better than what you think. So if you have more questions or want us to do a part 2 to this, drop your questions in the comment below. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Maitri, because every mom deserves a safe space to learn and heal. Take care, and I will see you soon.